Good morning, good people. Very early morning, about 12:45 in the morning. I just thought I'd do this review on the house of Tom Ford. It's Grey Vetiver EDP. This fragrance right here, we'll talk about this. So this fragrance, actually, I have plenty to say. And first of all, Tom Ford is one of the big names in the fragrance and fashion industry. He's a sexy man. Uh, is sort of like an arrogant man with a lot of class, and he does daring things, and he has worked for big companies like Gucci itself, and then we had Sin like Gucci Envy, Gucci Purum 1, Gucci Purum 2, and then Gucci Rush. Such fragrances people are willing to pay hundreds of dollars for today. So why is he so popular? He's popular because I really followed his work for some time. I saw some of his interviews. What I really felt was Tom Ford wants to do things in his own way. He's like he has this strong desire to build something that is like nobody. It's very daring, it's bold, it has to be classy. If talk about sunglasses or whatever, fragrances, they have their own designer line, which is the Grey Vetiver belongs to. And then they have their private line. So private line I have reviewed for sample. They're very expensive so far, but in future I have plans to buy a few from his private line. So let's get into the review. Okay. Sorry about that. So this fragrance right here, uh, let me tell you one thing. This fragrance is a fragrance that is based mostly on the note of vetiver. So if you are interested in the note of vetiver and it's growing on you slowly, maybe you can check this fragrance out. Or if you're looking for a very playful, sort of sexy, citrus sweet kind of fragrance, maybe this is not where you should look at. It's sort of like a mature vibe to it. It's kind of like a formal fragrance and a very posh fragrance. Okay. So first of all, before I start, my scent of the late night is English Laundry Arrogant. I have gotten rid of three of my English Laundry fragrances, but I kept this one, and then I kept other two, the Oxford Blue, as well as I think I have other one is what Tahitian Water. So these three are my favorites so far. So this actually easily can replace my Lamal. I really like more citrus elements in it. It's much better than Lamal in my opinion. So let's get into Tom Ford. So these boxes, they are kind of like the same shape as Black Orchid. If you see Velvet Orchid, Tom Ford Man, Tom Ford, few bottles in this design. Okay, and yeah, if you're wondering why I'm so shiny here, my the winter is really catching onto me like really bad. I'm have suffering, so it's sort of like a what do you call this thing? I'm very distracted today. It's called Vaseline. Okay, yeah. So it's kind of like ointment just to be, comfy. Anyway, this is Tom Ford, Grey Vetiver. Nothing much, but very nicely done. It looks like a Mercedes-Benz like car body, sort of, very unified body. Silver, got some lines here. It says EDP 100 ml. So when it was released first of all after EDT, and it was released in 50 ml bottles only. And people complained they wanted more, so they re-released as 50 and 100 ml. And this is made in Switzerland. I don't know if it's made anywhere else, but someone told me do not buy if it's not made in Switzerland. Outside countries, it's not the best quality. Here's Tom Ford, blah blah. Okay, the information I mean, not Tom Ford, and it's made in Switzerland. Yeah, basically, yeah. So the bottle here, it's just something when I didn't own this, I used to stare at pictures. I used to Google pictures and stuff because this bottle looks so gorgeous. If you go to my page, you'll see the cover photo of Fragcom Bangladesh is this fragrance. So here is the bottle. It looks so cool. It looks frosty, and it has some lines. Very elegant bottle. This is a classy bottle. No tags here, by the way, but it has that classy metal plate here. I really love this. And the whole bottle is kind of thin. Bottom is like this. It's kind of follows the pattern. It has this nice sort of a plastic cover. It's not click on, but it does hang on very nicely and secure. And it's not a brand new fragrance, so if you have seen this review so many times, maybe you can skip it. I want to do full on review on this, and it has this nice sort of a rim here. Okay, so that's pretty much it, and it's all the information you can find in the sticker here. So let's talk about the fragrance after talking for so long. So the spray on these are very good, and this fragrance smells, I can smell it from the atomizer, it's very strong. My hand is empty. Let's go on the hand. Let's go two sprays. So let that settle down, and let me tell you what seasons you can wear it. This fragrance is good for, I believe, it should be, the vetiver is a very sort of a versatile note. It's mostly for summer and spring. I would say summer and spring suitable, this fragrance. And it's a little bit maturity about this fragrance. Usually Tom Ford's designer line also is a little bit pricier than Chanel and Dior's, right? So is it worth the money? I'll let you know. The season's gone. Performance on this, the EDP, it's pretty damn good. It's not beast mode quite like Shura or let's say you talk about Interlude Man. It's not in that category. It's sort of like a fresh vetiver, fresh fragrance sort of a genre. And I get like 6 to 7 hours longevity easily. If you spray on your shirt, it will last much longer. If it's a little bit breezy, it will last like easily 10 hours on your shirt. Projection is good for 1.5 hour to 2 hours. After that, it comes close. If you are in office setup indoors, it will everyone can detect your fragrance very nicely because the breeze is blowing. So the projection is good. So versatility very good. You can wear it also in the early winter days, summer, uh, indoor, outdoor, nighttime, daytime. But it feels like more like daytime slash evening. So when you sniff it first time, what do you get? I get this beautiful blast of sort of like a grapefruit sort of a sweet tangerine, not tangerine, like grapefruits, like a sour opening, beautiful citrus, very beautiful opening, which just goes away after 2 to 3 minutes. You do not detect any more citrus. All you remain with this beautiful note of vetiver, mild spices from nutmeg, and I think it's like a very simple sort of composition. You just like you sniff it and you go like it's like, how come it's just so simple yet so elegant, right? So you sniff it and you see like it gets sort of changes, on the from the opening it changes and it goes straight. First thing that comes to your mind is a gray suit, which is the name, gray vetiver, gray suit, white shirt. Okay, official purpose, formal occasion. He cannot wear this so casually like sporty or gym or playing squash and stuff. I don't think you can do that with this fragrance. And you cannot wear this so casually also because it's not sort of that cheap like Azure Chrome or Nautica's The Voyage, $20-30. It's not that cheap, right? So if you want to wear anything, you can wear anything anywhere you want. But I think this is gonna be top class executives. That's what comes to my mind when I smell this fragrance. And it's very like after the mid notes come, it just becomes like sort of like a uniform sort of a fragrance. There's no darkness to it, but it has this kind of like uh, statement that is very, this person doesn't speak so much, he just points at something, people understand his gestures, right? So that's the idea that comes to my mind. So if you love these other fragrances, I'm just showing you some, but these are not the same smell or same clone or anything. This Tom Ford one is unique. So if you do want vetiver, I would highly recommend you this. This is very inexpensive. Rasasi's Woody, wow. I reviewed it, check it out. It's very good vetiver. If you like the ever so classic Termes, the EDT, Beast Mode vetiver with some oranges. If you did enjoy the very classy Encre Noir line, this is my favorite at this time. Sport version got some grapefruit. So I find some similarity between that and the Tom Ford, minus the darkness. And there's a very basic vetiver fragrance like David Beckham Instinct, a lot of peppery sort of vetiver. There's also Seek Eternity, the green juice, those are all vetiver. So vetiver is sort of like this grass, like I think Sebastian Zara recently talked about it. It's a note that you actually, with time, you understand. It's not a note that you sniff right away and it becomes like wow. It doesn't really happen with vetiver. No, didn't happen with me at least. So what I'm going to tell you right now, this fragrance you have to be very patient. You have to test it. You have to give it some time. And if it doesn't work with you, leave it at the side. If you have a sample, leave it. Try it from time to time. I think a little bit mature noses will appreciate this fragrance. Occasions, weddings, you can wear it as a signature scent. You can wear it work, business trips. Beautiful fragrance if you're taking a trip and you're on by the air, like you're on flight, you're gonna be flying. So I think it's a perfect fragrance for that sort of trips. I don't find so much uh, playfulness in this, like flirty. It has some elements of this. I don't know what is it causing. Is it lavender or whatever note? It's cool water sort of maturity in this, but it's not cool water definitely. So it's a fresh vetiver with little bit spices and citrus. That's it. Maybe some gingery kick somewhere up top as well, a little bit spices as well. So that's basically the framework of Tom Ford uh, Grey Vetiver. It's something I would suggest you try and see if it works for you. So it's not a must buy if you're not a fan of vetiver, but I wanted this for a very long time. I looked at this Google pictures, people are sharing these photos, beautiful presentation, up class vetiver. I will perhaps look into Guerlain's vetiver, as well as Rojadov's. I dare say it's a dream sort of, but I love the note of vetiver. So guys, check this out. Tom Ford Grey Vetiver EDP. The EDT, I sniffed it, didn't last that much. It's like 3 hours to 4 hours. This one is pushing about 6 hours on me. So it's almost double the performance from the EDT. But EDT is a little bit more like brighter, projects a little bit more as long as it lasts. This one won't project like crazy, but it will last much longer on your skin. You can detect it from time to time, right? So that's the basic difference to my nose, right? Check out Tom Ford Grey Vetiver EDP. That's all I have for you today. Plenty more reviews coming up. I have bought a couple of other fragrances and samples that I'm about to review soon. Take care, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.